Hello.
So what is going on, guys? It's Triple G here, back with another Outriders video, and today we're going to be talking about the Chem Plant Expedition and why it is categorically the fastest thing to use to farm and the best one that you can choose when actually going up and trying to work your way up the challenge tiers. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week, and otherwise, let's get straight into this video. So first of all, one of the key things as to why Chem Plant is so attractive is because the amount of time it gives you to gold the expedition is really generous. On average, you can do Chem Plant with a semi-decent build in about 10 minutes. The video that you're watching at the moment, I did this in 8 minutes. Now, you're actually given 14 minutes and 57 seconds to complete this expedition, meaning you should have ample time to take your time, make sure you don't die, get that gold medal and get yourself up to the next challenge tier. Now, gold tiers are important, obviously from a loot perspective, but also when you get to challenge tier 14, you have to gold tier a 14 in order to unlock a 15. You can't just complete it. So this is why the expedition of Chem Plant is so important. In terms of Chem Plant itself, it's pretty self-explanatory. We have 4 main stages. The first stage that only has 2 real dangers. The first one is a Juggernaut Captain, which will come after the first wave of ads, and the second one is a Spotter, which will spawn on the right hand side. But if you're smart, you will see the Spotter spawn at the same time as the Juggernaut, freeze up your Juggernaut or immobilize him, shoot past him to get the Spotter, and then wrap up the Juggernaut afterwards, and you should have no real problems there. In terms of the next room, it is all about the high ground and staying on the left hand side. Most of the enemies will come to you. Once you have dealt with the few captains and then the wave of cutthroats, it's all about taking out that Spotter, a few more of the ads before the final wave comes through the door. The final wave being a ton of captains and vanguard captains, but if you have things like damage link, or I use freeze, you can immobilize the entire room without too much trouble. The next stage is probably the most difficult. Now, when you go in there, there'll be 3 captains to go with. I always try and rush those captains to start with, getting rid of them as soon as possible, because they all have various abilities that can make it a real pain trying to clear the rest of the ads in the room. Once you've taken off the 3 captains, clear some ads, and then another ironclad will spawn on the right hand side, which you'll have to deal with. And once you've killed him, there'll be one more that spawns on the right hand side as well, from a different door. Clear up the remaining ads. There'll be 2 more waves of enemies that come from the left hand side of the room, and then you're on to the next area. Now, the next area is different to any other area that's actually in Outriders, because it looks like you need to clear all the enemies in order to progress to the next stage, but there is actually a skip in here. What you'll need to do is, the door is actually on a timer, so you just need to survive. Now, one of the best ways to do this is to go to the left, delete all the enemies on the left hand side, completely get rid of those because those are cutthroats, they will rush you. Then retreat back to the door, sit behind cover, the captains won't come anywhere near you, the door will open, you go in, and you've just saved yourself about 90 seconds worth of play. Finally, we're going to kill the few breaches as we go through the door, then we are going to press the button and we'll be on to the boss fight. Now, things like damage link in this room and things like the freeze, I use Winter's Blast here, become really effective. Killing spree is a really good one here because we're constantly going to be getting kills. So we're going to take out the few waves of ads, we're going to take out the first one, then we're going to go rotate right and take out the second phase of monsters. Then there are going to be 2 waves of human enemies, both with chromators, which we will take out fairly quickly, and then it's onto the boss fight himself, which is a broodmother. If you just rotate slightly right off center, you can hit him in the ribcage quite effectively, and then it is just a case of taking out the ads themselves. Finally, press the drop pod and hopefully you've got yourself a legendary, although I didn't on this occasion, which was very unlucky. So there you have it, guys. This is definitely the best one for you to push your challenge tiers. I would highly recommend it for farming, and I would highly recommend it for when you're on to CT15. Guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week, and otherwise I'll catch you on the flip.